Hey, it's Jessica with Mama Needs a Drink. Welcome back to another episode. This one I'm really excited about. I'm doing a review of vodka today from Forbidden Spirits Distilling in Kelowna. And they're only about 15 minutes outside of downtown. Super beautiful property and an amazing tasting room to visit as well there. Going to be looking at two different kinds of vodka today. Something you should know about the vodka from Forbidden Spirits, they make it from apples. I didn't know you could make vodka from apples. When I think of vodka, I think of like wheat or potato. But they make their vodka from apples. And I was talking to Blair, the owner and distiller there, and he was explaining the process to me, and I'm really looking forward in the future. I'm going to be going down to Forbidden and doing a tour of the distillery, so I am excited to be sharing that with you, hopefully very soon as well. Two different products today. We're going to be looking at the Rebel vodka, and we're also going to be looking at the Forbidden vodka. So the Rebel vodka is made with apples grown locally here in BC, and it is distilled 25 times. The Forbidden vodka is grown from apples that is on their property. They have an orchard there, so they use those apples to make this particular vodka. It is released as an annual vintage, so you can only buy the Forbidden in the tasting room. But like I said, well worth the visit to go down to Forbidden and do that. Now, truth time, I'm not a straight vodka drinker. It's not really my go-to. You know how like when you're watching a movie and you see an actor and they pull the vodka straight from the fridge and then they pour it into a glass and they drink it? It's not really my jam. I like to take the time and make a vodka cocktail. So if you've been following Mama Needs a Drink and Goes to 11, you will see that this weekend I posted an amazing recipe for a lavender vodka cocktail. So make sure you visit our social media and you will find that there. Super delicious. One thing before I taste that I will point out is the bottles. The artwork on these bottles, just beautiful. I'll give you a closer view. I'll start with the Rebel here, and I spin it around, and you've got the fallen angel. And the Forbidden, I mean, just look at all of the beautiful artwork with the animals on here. Just gorgeous. So you're gonna buy one of these bottles, and then you're definitely gonna want to keep it, put something else in it, because they are just stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Rebel vodka. Now, from what I've been told, I mean, they do make vodka from apples, but it was kind of explained to me that it's not like you're gonna smell the apple, most likely, right off the first sniff here. I also love cork lids. Amazing. Actually, they're like a rubber stopper, but I love that rather than like a twist top. So we'll just pour a little bit here in each glass from each one. All right, let's it smells a little sweet, actually. Like usually when I'm smelling a vodka from, let's say, a more generic brand, it almost makes me like scrunch up my nose because it's so alcohol-like, but this actually smells like really lovely. Let's give it a try. You know, it's not bad at all. It's slightly sweet. It's not burning my mouth at all. It is fairly smooth. I would actually consider drinking this like on the rocks. This would actually be like so good if you're making like a screwdriver with an orange juice. Yum. Can't believe I'm actually saying this about vodka, because I never drink vodka straight, but that is really tasty. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the Forbidden. Again, this is the one that is limited, annual vintage. You can only buy this in the tasting room, and they make this one with apples grown right on the property. Interesting, not as sweet smelling as this one was, but I almost get It's a very faint aroma. There's hardly any aroma at all on this one. Man, that's smooth. I could just drink that, no problem. That would be beautiful actually on ice, hot summer day. So good. I literally cannot believe that I am saying this about straight vodka because again, not a straight vodka drinker. Man, both of those are so good. Next weekend, I am going to be using the forbidden vodka and I'm going to be making another cocktail recipe for you. And this time, it's going to be a little different. Somebody has given me some homemade spruce tip simple syrup, which apparently is delicious. So I am super excited about making a cocktail next weekend with the forbidden vodka. So make sure you continue to follow Goes to 11 for more reviews for Mama Needs a Drink. Make sure you're following Goes to 11 on social media and myself at Mama Sippy Cup, because that's where you will find videos. You'll find some information on upcoming segments and cocktail recipes. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Cheers.